Welcome to Press Box. I'm your host, Jay Stoyan. Today's all about the Toronto Maple Leafs. What a disaster last night. 7-3 to our rivals, Tampa Bay Lightning. Again, let's just go through all the highlights or the lowlights of the Leafs. They started at 7:30 last night. Unfortunately, I think most of the team were still in the dressing room until about 7:45 when it became 2-0, quickly 3-0. What a disaster. We're going to break down each line, each player, what they're providing and what they're not providing. But first, we have to give our hats off to Tampa Bay. They showed up from the time they dropped the whistle. Their top five players, Kucherov, Hedman, Stamkos, Point, Vasilevsky, they were all on. I mean, I called it before. I said, you watch. We're going to pepper the goalie, which we didn't even pepper the goalie last night at all. And they're just going to come down in one shot. It goes in our net. It deflates our team. You saw it all first period last night. We don't have the goalie. Kyle Dubas, I mean, you think we signed goalies. We went down 3 years in a row. We had Anderson, who was a number one, bona fide number one. Then we received Jack Campbell. You know what? He's not even playing anymore for Edmonton. And now we got Samsonov and Matt Murray. Matt Murray, forget it. I feel so bad for Jason Wall. Put him in the third period. Again, this is all on Kyle Dubas and Sheldon Keefe, right? This and Brendan Shanahan. This is on them because right now they have 4 millionaires, right? Multi-millionaires, and the two top of them, number 34 and 16, are just so soft mentally. They're supposed to be the leaders of our team. They are so soft. They never showed up. You didn't even see them last night on the ice. And the problem is the rest of the players in the dressing room make a quarter of what they make, and they don't want to speak up because they know it's Sheldon, Austin, and Mitch. They run the team, right? They run the team. And if you speak up, guess what? You're off the team. What is Justin Hall doing on the ice? Connor Timmins is a much better defenseman than him. Riley, I'm not going to blame the defense last night. I'm not going to even blame the goalies, even though Samsonov had a bad night. I'm going to blame the superstars on our team. From Tavares, they put him on the wing with O'Reilly. I mean, it's just one mistake after another. And then I said in my opening who my lineup was and who I was going to put on the bench. And I said, put Michael Bunting on the bench. He's going to cost us. Well, yeah, he cost us big time. The guy's just a loose cannon. At least with Kadri was a bona fide star. You know, he was a good player. But Bunting, he's a third-line winger at best that cost us. Now, why they did not dress Nyes last night, you did everything in your power to get him here. You played him the last 3 games of the season. He's shown he was capable, really capable, better than a few other players on our team as a 20-year-old, and then you don't play him. It's just ridiculous. It's really sad, but, you know, we go from no goalies. You guys weren't prepared. There was no heart. And this goes on the coach. This is on Sheldon Keefe. It's your responsibility to get the players ready to play. I mean, they've been waiting for a year. How many years has Tampa beat us out? 3, 4? You know, last year, beat us in Game 7. We knew we were playing Tampa Bay for the last 3 months. That's how prepared we were. Any other CEO who had his staff go into that type of battle, he'd be fired. It's just ridiculous. So now we have Game 2 coming up Thursday night. Who are we going to start? We got to start Samsonov. Who are you going to start on the back end? Nyes is in. Let's hope he can bring some fresh air, bring some energy, because what a disappointment for the Toronto Maple Leaf fans. Just very sad. And we've seen it 7 years in a row, right? I do have to give a big prop up last night to Willie. Willie was probably the only guy who had some mojo last night. He got a beautiful goal. Other than him, I can't name a person who was good. The first line, again, that's Matthews and Marner, nothing. The second line, they're too slow. Tavares and O'Reilly, you can just see it. They're too slow. The third and the fourth line, they were absent. And we lost. So we'll see how we're going to do Thursday night. Again, you're watching Press Box. I'm Jay Stoyan. We're all about providing opportunities. As you see, well, you can't see, but our staff here are all graduates from our programs. We have more programs going on right now, including programs for veterans So if you want to check us out, www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. If you want to be a guest on one of our shows, we do obviously our sports show, but we also do a music show, which is very popular. We showcase emerging independent and mainstream artists. We also have a TDC muscle car show. We love our cars, right? And we have a community show where we get into the community. We provide opportunities. We support. We love to interact with the community. So again, you're watching Press Box. You're watching the Disability Channel, a platform for opportunities for persons with disabilities and veterans. I'm Jay Stoyan. We'll see you next time. Go Leafs, go!